A little commentary on an exercise I encountered while playing my language learning application, Learning German.
Der Klempner war schon da, aber er sagt, er könne auch nichts machen.
In this case, we're just reviewing a session. Ordinarily, I would type the text, what I perceive it to be, into a text box and submit it for grading. I made a little mistake. The diff shows the difference between my attempt, which is yours, it refers to me, and theirs, the official transcript. I wrote könnte, the umlaut's not required, and the official transcript has könne. This is a case where grammar might have come to the rescue. I was typing rather quickly, and typically when I hear kun, I just assume, oh, it's könnte, and I'm just going to get this right, go on to the next exercise. But if I had audited my attempt with a grammatical principle that indirect speech requires Konjunktiv 1, I might have actually trusted my ear that heard könne. I think that's what happened. I think I heard könne, but I didn't believe that's possible. I figured, oh, my ear is subject to an illusion, auditory illusion, or my brain is dropping sounds, something like that. However, that wasn't the case. So anyway, if the grammatical principle had been more present, top of mind, I might have gotten this one right on the first try. Should we, however, stress ourselves to really get it right, perfect on the first try? How much does it really matter? Not so much. If you're making lots of mistakes anyway, then you really just want to get the exercise wrong quickly. Don't replay the audio.
Der Klempner war schon da, aber er sagt, er könne auch nichts machen. Der Klempner war schon da, aber er sagt, er könne auch nichts machen.
Point is, you don't want to replay the audio 5 or 7 times. And every moment you have a choice. What's more beneficial to you? Struggling to squeeze one more drop out of the orange that the juice of which you can't really taste. What's more beneficial? Metaphor aside, struggling in the same exercise or getting another fresh, perhaps, impression or a necessary review. I think the latter is important. That's also why, while I'm playing, I typically don't have the translation option available. In this case, the plumber was already there, but he said he couldn't do anything either. Translation supplied by Google. After you get it wrong, you could click the translate button and say, oh, yeah, if I see the English, this will help me remember the German, so I have a higher chance of getting it right the next time. But it's a user action. It's a user interaction with your web page. I don't want myself as a user doing things that reduce my number of reviews paid off, debts paid down, so to speak, and also new impressions received to stimulate my brain in the language of choice, in this case, German. Grammar might have come to the rescue, but it didn't. We got it wrong. The principle I learned many years ago when I studied German, of course it was out of mind, Konjunktiv 1, I believed the könne was könnte. However, if you study a language formally, if you try to perfect it after already having been immersed in the data, what's the data? Sentences spoken by natives paired with transcripts. If you had already been punished by lots of errors, so that you were familiar with this really subtle distinction between könne and könnte, between Konjunktiv 1 and 2, in this case, one shade of gray versus another, very close. If you had already been exposed to this difference, then what? Then you're ready to really receive it as a fundamental truth. You're not just going to learn it dogmatically in a prescriptive grammar course. No, instead you're ready to consent to it. At that point, the instruction in the course is merely assigning names to colors that you've already seen So you're ready to distinguish between these shades of green or shades of gray. Grammar might have rescued, but it's okay if it doesn't. You had the experiences thereafter to, I don't know, to readily consent. Vale, wiedersehen.